A little over a decade ago, a brand new roller coaster manufacturer called Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC for short, burst onto the roller coaster scene. And they had a very unique way of taking old, rough wooden roller coasters that were probably destined for the scrap heap and turning them into brand new world-class roller coasters. Some examples are like Steel Vengeance was made out of Mean Streak at Cedar Point. Twisted Colossus
was made out of Colossus.
At Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yeah, they take old, sucky wooden roller coasters and they turn them into some of the best roller coasters in the world for a low price.
Yeah, and that was huge for parks. Parks loved the idea of not having to spend a ton of money, and they get a brand new huge attraction that would draw in people.
Out of most of the same existing structure as their old coaster.
I guess you can say RMC's beginnings were kind of recycling old coasters. So fast forward now to 2023, and while it's not exactly the same thing, it's kind of the same thing. They're recycling an idea. They're recycling the old Wild Mouse coasters and making a brand new Wild
Moose coasters. Wild Moose, Wild Mouse, those names sound very similar. That's crazy.
So what this is designed to do is this is designed, instead of redoing old Wild Mouse coasters, if whatever your home park is, tons of parks across the country and world have these old Wild Mouse coasters by many different manufacturers, and a lot of them are getting older.
A lot of them older, jankier, outdated, not really that good.
Not as fun. People aren't lining up to ride them, and capacity isn't that great.
And yeah, families like to do more modern family coasters.
So this Wild Moose is a brand new take on the old Wild Mouse coasters, and it's essentially meant to take the old plot of land. If you're a park and you have an old Wild Mouse coaster and you have a plot of land, like most Wild Mouse coasters aren't like regular coasters that you actually have to have footers built into the ground, and those are like the supports. These Wild Mouse coasters are smaller and more like portable, essentially, because
they don't have big footers or anything. They're just kind of on the ground.
They're just on a concrete slab. You build a concrete slab and then it just kind of rests on that. And that's what the Wild Moose is designed to do. It's meant to be put right onto a concrete slab that your old junky Wild Mouse coaster existed, and
turn it into the Wild Mouse. So you just tear that down, build a Wild Moose coaster, which is a more modern, fancier, more fun version.
Yeah, and they definitely bring up the whole, anything on their website that they talk about it. When they talk about the benefits, they do say that this introduces the unmistakably RMC family ride experience. RMCs have pretty much a unique feel to them.
Yeah, they have lots of
airtime.
Lots of airtime hills, lots of twisted airtime hills, some like wave turns. Yeah, the RMCs feel very similar. So this will feel like an RMC, what they're saying, but obviously very toned down.
Yeah, very toned down. And they bring this up. Yeah, so here on their own website, they say, we began our coaster journey with the introduction of the iBox track, and that's what's on the older wooden coasters that we talked about, like Steel Vengeance and that. But it says, for the Wild Moose coaster, we've scaled this product down to accommodate track fabrication so twisted that it seems impossible. Taking these tight elements at a more controlled velocity gives us the opportunity to introduce the RMC experience to the entire family. So essentially, you're going to be getting a lot of those tight, twisted turns.
Are you going to have a smaller version of the Iron Gwazi Death Roll?
I mean, maybe they might have a moose roll or something.
A moose roll.
That might be something interesting. But yeah, seriously, this doesn't have any sort of inversions or anything like that. We'll put some pictures on the screen so you can see exactly what we're looking at. Like the picture you're looking at right now from the top-down view of the Wild Moose coaster, it looks like most Wild Mouse coasters, you'll know they have those tight turns up at the top.
So this sort of has that.
It looks like more in a
half 8. It looks like a half 8.
Yeah.
The top part of an 8.
Yeah, so it's more of an RMC type way of doing it.
So you just go up and kind of like Cheetah Hunt, sort of like the little top hat sort of thing on Cheetah Hunt, where you just go up and you take some slow turns around. It'll probably just end up being something like that.
And then a lot of the pictures that are available on the website, you can go and see them for yourself if you're not getting a good view on this video. It looks like a lot of the twisted up and down turns and
maybe
banks
some track double ups, like how you go, and then there's some like outer bank, little outer bank turns, like you're turning and banking to the left, and you quickly go to the right and then back to the left. They're doing something like that, but obviously smaller, so it's gonna be a mini RMC, and it's gonna feel like that.
So it'll be like less speed, obviously. It doesn't give any sort of indication of how fast it'll go. It does say that they're around 50 feet high. I don't know if this is customizable or not. I don't know.
I would assume so. But I'm sure there's going to be, I don't know. I'm assuming that you can get a custom version of it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is just going to be just copy and paste into different parks. But we're going to get out of this video here shortly. But one quick thing. We had a video a while back about Busch Gardens Tampa possibly getting a new...
Yeah, because they just removed Sea Serpent, which is their Wild Mouse coaster. They just removed that this year. And I don't know. Originally, before we knew about this, it was like, I wonder what could go there.
Yeah, we did a whole video on it, and we thought that it would be a family attraction.
And this would make sense. They're tearing down a Wild Mouse for a Wild Moose.
No,
it makes sense. We thought a family coaster that goes with that.
So maybe Busch Gardens Project Halcyon is indeed the first ever Wild Moose coaster by RMC.
So yeah, that would be very interesting to see.
That'll be something to check out.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting to see.
But like I said, we're getting done with this video.
Do you think this will be better than Gravity Group's family coaster? Real quick.
Okay.
Like Kentucky Flyer and Wooden Warrior.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Well, I've only...
Possibly.
Yeah, I've only ridden Kentucky Flyer.
Yeah. That would be a competition with them, those mini Gravity Group coasters, and then these little mini RMCs.
It looks like there's a lot more to these than the...
No, well, those are like out and back, usually. This is more like...
Twisty.
So... we'll see which one is better.
Why don't you guys leave a comment down below?
Which one you think is
the Gravity Group family versus the
RMC families?
And is this something that you're going to see out of a lot more manufacturers?
These little, like a mini Intamin multi-launch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that might be right around the corner.
Maybe.
But family coasters have been so prominent the past couple of years.
Family coasters have been huge, and there's so many new family coasters, and so I think RMC is going to be pretty successful with these little family coasters, and they should be a lot of fun.
And RMC, to be honest, RMC needed this. They did,
because there's only so many wooden coasters that you can redo, and they had their single rail coasters, but it just their iBox and single rail, and then they built a few ground up coasters like Goliath, Zadra, that's Lightning Rod. Not many. They don't have many ground up coasters.
Just a few of their
portfolio. And then some single rail coasters, but they have no other models, so they need some other models, and this is good.
Yeah, this will give them money to possibly invest in some R&D into maybe some other coasters in the future. But yeah. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please go down and give a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We have plenty more announcement videos because plenty more coasters are going to be announced.
Tomorrow, Six Flags Over Georgia is making an announcement, correct?
Yes. Their big announcement.
They've been hyping that up for a while. Very excited to see what goes there, and we'll be on top of that.
Yeah, we'll be on top of that. So subscribe so you get all our content and you're on top of things. And if you feel like it, go down in the description and there's a link to a channel membership page. You can be like one of these wonderful people right here that support our channel oh so much. And for them supporting our channel, we give them things like exclusive videos,
exclusive
polls,
shout-outs, exclusive polls, exclusive pictures, all sorts of good stuff. Yeah.
So if you want to be like one of those people, just go in the description and sign up for that. Pretty please. Pretty please, we're begging you to sign up to our channel membership. This is us begging you. Please, please
begging.
Do that. So, okay, if the begging worked, then we'll see tons of new subscribers to our channel members.
Go down.
What's that?
I'm saying go down and
do that. Go down and do that, people.
See you next time.
See you guys next time right here on Beach Cliff Studios. Peace.